So in this video, we're going to be looking at how to adjust the rear disc brake on the bike, should you ever need to replace the pads, or if it's rubbing for any reason, or if you take the wheel out and you don't feel it's aligned quite correctly. The disc brake on this model is identical to the disc brakes on any push bike that's got a mechanical disc, in that it's a single piston actuated, cable actuated lever there that goes against a static pad on the right hand side. The static pad on the right hand side you can adjust using a 5mm Allen key, just by twisting this, and that brings it closer or further away to the disc pad itself. If we screwed it all the way in, it's going to be rubbing against the disc. If we screw it out too far, then when you pull the lever, it won't actually do much. You can still spin the wheel. For correct adjustment, it should be screwed in just so that you can see a small gap. There's no rubbing, but you pull the lever and it stops. Okay? If you ever need to adjust your, take the disc pads out for any reason, the quickest way is to just simply unbolt the disc itself. I'll say the disc caliper itself, which I'll do here. So with the bolts removed, we can simply take the caliper off of the frame itself, and that's how you get easy access to your pads there. Should you ever need to replace those, you can go into any local bike shop and they should have those as a very commonly stored part. As I was mentioning before, on adjusting the static pad, it's just this Allen key here, and if you can see, that brings it closer or further away from the moving pad. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this back on, put these bolts back in, which can be a bit fiddly, and then what we want to do is have it slightly loose, pull the lever to make sure it gets a nice purchase, and then tighten them up fully to make sure that the pads are going to hit square against the rim of the caliper. To tighten the cable itself, you've got an inline barrel adjuster here for micro adjustments, or if you want to tighten it a lot, it's just this bolt here. So we can go ahead, for example, and tighten this up, the cable that is, by undoing that, pulling it through more, and then tightening it back up. That will mean that the rotor is then closer to the pads, and so you don't pull the lever back as far. And so that is how you adjust a rear disc brake on the E4 Plus eScooter. But if in doubt at all, just pop it to your local bike shop, because like I say, it is identical to a post mount mechanical disc.